getting stage time is the hardest part when you're just starting. In my situation, because I do have this online fan base, it's kind of like when I'm still practicing, I don't really want to bring my audience along, because if I'm not confident that I can give them the best show and I'm only just trying out new stuff, I'll only bring friends. So it's for me, it's kind of a battle between venue organizers where they want me to kind of bring along my fans, but nobody else on that night has to do that, you know? So it's almost kind of a negotiation every time I do a spot, that I don't really want to publicize it across all of my networks, because if I did that every single week, by the end of the year, I wouldn't have anybody coming.
Surprised by the reaction on stage, or?
I haven't had my bad gig yet. Like a lot of comics that I talk to have like that one horrible gig where nothing worked. And like, of course I've had jokes that didn't work very well or whatever, but I've not had my horrible gig. I kind of want to have it before the festival. Otherwise it'll be the festival. I'm doing it because I love it. And if I didn't think that I could bring a genuinely good show for the festival and for everybody that wants to come, then I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
So the reason why I'm doing the festival is I honestly feel confident enough within my own ability to write a good hour. Not just, I really want to learn what questions to ask to get the response that I want, that I can make the funny joke out of. And that's quite interesting. It's more learning how to play the crowd, because improv is something that I'm still learning. I'm looking forward to performing in front of my own fans. Because that's something that, even though I've been doing stand-up for a whole year, and I've got this online fan base that's been built up over 2 years, I still haven't properly performed in front of them. I've only performed in front of them once, and that was only about a third of them. So I'm really, really looking forward to meeting the familiar names and profile pictures that I see recurring on my page, and seeing what they thought of my live stuff. I've had a lot of questions asking if my stand-up material is similar or covers the same topics that I do in my online stuff, which it kind of isn't. So it'll be interesting to see whether the hardcore fans of some particular types of humour that I do online will translate over to the different stuff that I do on stage.
Absolutely, yeah.
I do have a particular audience, which is younger people from Melbourne, like 16 to 22 is my target audience according to Facebook. But I've had like 50-year-old men in business suits wearing Rolexes come up to me and say, "Oh, I quite enjoy your stuff." So really, like, anyone who likes my stuff likes my stuff, and I don't try and aim it at this particular group of people, because I do what I think is funny. The documentary is called The Road to the Comedy Festival, and that's exactly what it is, because when I first decided to go into the festival, I wanted to watch a documentary on what actually happens behind the scenes for the Melbourne Festival, and there wasn't anything like that. There's some American ones, but there's nothing for this specific festival, so I kind of thought someone has to do it. So now I'm just filming everything. Like, this is being filmed, this interview, and it's just about my journey to the festival. Well, there's two things. Either it'll be a sellout success, which I want to happen, or it'll just fucking bomb. So it's like it's choose your own adventure. So if I work hard enough, I'll choose the successful ending. It's on YouTube, and it'll be all over my Facebook and Twitter and everywhere. I'm doing it monthly, so it'll be whatever's happening right now.
Great.